Hello YouTube! This is Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another World of Warcraft video upload. I have a confession to make, everyone. I knew I said I would get to 100 on the channel, but I was questing and doing some dungeons with a couple of friends on Monday night, and I didn't pay attention to my XP bar, and I accidentally hit 100 after I turned in a quest. So here I am, Fanazavana, level 100 Protection Paladin. Not as fun as if you guys got to see it, but I'm here, and I have some plans to do some pretty fun stuff, so stick with me, and we'll see what can happen. Now you'll notice my Paladin looks pretty different now from when you saw me last on Monday, and that is because I got some better gear for him. So you'll notice I have a helmet that is Plains Thunder helm. It is different. I have different shoulder pieces. The shoulder guard of Grievous Storms of the Harmonious, which is a really long name. But as you can see there at the bottom tooltip, it's Paladin Tank Your Best. So this is my best piece of armor for the set. I think the only thing that isn't the best that didn't get new on Monday were hands and possibly the weapon and shield. So again, I look very different. There is a way to deal with this, though. For players who like what their armor looks like and don't want to give it up just because another piece of armor might be better, what you can do is go to a transmogrifier and have your armor changed into what it used to look like as opposed to what it looks like now. So I might get there if we have some time today. But the first thing I'd like to do is we're going to head back to Nagrand. I decided just to call it Nagrand. I'm not going to go back and forth between different pronunciations. We're going to be consistent here. Nagrand at Talari Station. I did those fetch quests that I mentioned on the previous upload. Just go find some things. I also did a couple quests out helping rescue some Draenei. Now Draenei are sometimes referred to as space goats by other Warcraft players because they look like goats, and the lore is essentially that they came from space on a giant spaceship. So space goats they are, but they're big and tall and blue, and they talk with Russian accents for some reason I don't fully understand. Anyway, questing in Nagrand, I was able to rescue a bunch of those space goats, kill a bunch of horde that were trying to oppress them, and felt pretty cool in the process. So as we fly on our Griffin taxi over the forests of Talador and past that home base over there, I forget what it's called, but it is a Draenei home base that has been under attack by the Horde that I think I cleared out in an earlier quest. It's hard to keep track of all the heroic stuff that I do out here in Draenor. Looks like we are following someone else on a taxi. Assistant Professor Threat Monkey is his name. Because, you know, when you're playing a fantasy setting, it's good to have a name that makes people realize you're not taking it too seriously. A level 100 Dwarf Hunter. So he's a friend of mine because he's on the Alliance. Although he is a hunter, and I have had some troubles playing against hunters in the player versus player modes of this game, so I'll treat him kindly though. I have a Dwarf Hunter of my own on this server. I haven't played for about 3 or 4 years. Little neglected. But as we fly in, I think we're getting close. Gonna go under there. Oh yeah, remember this Gramashar that I rode past last time? So we're coming up on this base, the Talari Station that we need to get to. Let's see what quests we have available. Now again, this is Nagrand. It's very nice and green with lots of trees, paths to ride your horses on, waterfalls. Very beautiful. A lot of people's favorite zone in Draenor. So let's check our map by pressing M and see what quests we have. We can go kill some Breeze Striders for their horns. Pair of Leatherhide ears. I'm not sure what Leatherhide is. Or we could locate Rungari Elena at Margok's Overwatch. I say we do that. That sounds like a lot more fun than just killing some random animals. So we'll click that quest, which makes it active on my minimap up here. That's the arrow. Hop on my trusty charger, which I just realized I never named the charger. You know, I don't really name my cars either, with the exception of maybe one. So I guess I just don't form that close of a bond with inanimate objects that I feel the need to do that. So on the minimap, it's a skull again. Remember what we talked about last time, this rare spawn that can drop better gear and better loot. So we're going to head up and see Gnarlhoof the Rabid. As we can see, the silver dragon portrait. get my shield up, go in there and hit it with my Avenger's shield. Makes me feel like Captain America. And get this battle started. Now, Paladins don't really attack as quickly as other classes. They don't do as much damage, but they are very sturdy, which makes them good tanks, especially in this particular protection specification. So leveling as a protection paladin isn't necessarily considered the smart way to go. Some of the forums that I've been on, specifically for my class, have told me to, no, I know you're a paladin, I know you're a tank, but you really should level up in the retribution spec, or specification, which is better for doing damage, helps you quest a lot faster, you can kill mobs more quickly. But I just really enjoy being able to take on 5 or 6 or 7 mobs at the same time and kill them, even though it makes these one-on-one attacks less efficient and take more time than they probably need to. Oh, I had some infectious rage disease, damage taken by 120%, but I did attack and cast by 120% faster, so that's pretty nice. The mob here also dropped a specific something that I can't seem to find. Ah, there it is. Rabid Talbot Horn. Haste. Your attacks have a chance to grant you 472 agility for 20 seconds. So that's good for somebody who is interested in doing a lot of damage quickly, like a Retribution Paladin, but unfortunately not for me. I'm protection. So, we'll head back out, see if we can go do trouble at the Overwatch. Where did my arrow go? I had my arrow. Maybe it wants me to instead take a time out here and kill some Breeze Strider Colts. I'd rather not for this particular video. It's not fun to watch someone just kill a whole bunch of people, or a whole bunch of the same mobs over and over. It's a way for Blizzard to make sure that people are sticking around at the game, to give them quests that are somewhat time consuming, but I'd rather not deal with that for this particular channel. So here we come. Oh, another distraction. Redclaw the Feral. Ooh, I don't know what these guys are. Sabermaw, Scarfang. Should I be riding through here? Is it safe? No, I am on a horse. That helps things. It looks like that rare mob is up on top of that cliff, so I'm not going to worry about it. There's a Night Elf Druid doing some damage over to my right. I feel like I'm captain of an airline, or of an airliner, saying, and down below you'll see the Grand Canyon, and to your right you'll see a Night Elf Druid. We're just going to keep moving in the general direction of where this quest is. Oh, another rare spawn. What is this guy? Malrock Stone Sunder. Okay. We'll take some time to get rid of this guy as well. It's probably causing all sorts of trouble for the locals. Ooh, and he's an orc. Alright, I feel good about this. Let's take him down. Come on out. Ooh, he has some friends with him. So what I'm going to do is use this consecration spell more often. What it does is makes the ground glow. It's very pretty. Essentially, it is making the ground holy, which damages the enemies in ways I'm not sure I quite understand. So we're just going to stand in, take all this damage from these 3 orcs who are trying their best to kill me. You'll notice my health is doing just fine. I'm not super worried about this. I am able just barely to finish off their head leader. And then we'll use the rest of our time cleaning up the other 2 orcs. Final hit of my Hammer of Wrath, and he's almost dead, and there he goes. Now we pick up the loot that they dropped. Looks like a Malrock Staff of Command, which is a staff, and paladins don't use those, so not much use to me. Check our map. Oh, we almost gonna head south and back to get to where this quest that we're going to is. So we'll follow the road instead of just going cross country. Maybe that'll take us where we need to go. Surprisingly, roads do take you to your destination on occasion, but it looks like not today. We need to head back. Head back west. Am I right? Is that west? That's west. Ooh, and a giant ogre. A Gorlon cohort. And a quest with ogre scrolls. No more distractions. We gotta rescue this friend of ours, Rengari, which means I think she's a Draenei. And apparently... Yep, she's hiding in this bush. She has stealth on, which is awesome. And stealth we talked about in the Hearthstone video just means nothing can attack you or target you, but as soon as you attack, you're visible, which is usually the case in Warcraft as well. So, trouble at the Overwatch. I'm afraid we have some trouble. My sister Mirana is scouting the upper bluff while I've checked out the lower area. There are 2 particular ogre mages that do a lot of bossing around in the lower area. They seem to have some orders or scrolls on them that would help us figure out what's really going on here. Collect that information and meet with my sister on the long stairway up there. So, we can do that. And another quest she has for me is to kill 15 ogres, and she'll give me some boots, which are worse than the boots I have. You'll notice on the right panel there, it shows if you replace this item, the following stat changes will occur: negative 25 armor, negative 20 strength. Just not great. So, we'll accept the quest anyway. And head on out to find the 2 special ogres that carry those scrolls we need to bring back. So, are these them? Or is this just a generic quest? I don't know. We click on these, filled with writings and diagrams. It'd be best to ruin these efforts by destroying any research found. And I would, but my quest log is full. So, let's go into the quest log. I think I need to abandon a quest or 2. Yeah, I have some old ones from the Cataclysm expansion. And even some old ones from... boy, looks like vanilla? Really old, so we're not going to worry about those. And instead accept this quest and destroy as many boxes as we can find. Ooh, there's some. One thing Blizzard did in the later expansions was make quest items and things you need to pay attention to really glowy. Before, it'd be hard to see things you're supposed to pick out from a crowd or from a crowded area. And so you'd walk right past that box of scrolls or walk past that particular that plant you needed to pull up out of the ground or whatever. So now they're glowy, they're easier to see, which is nice. It's something that the players really appreciate. And first guy down, scroll attained. Destroy a box of other scrolls. And another box of scrolls. Oh, we've already 3 into this. It's only been about a couple minutes, if that. Back on the horse. And see if we can find the other ogre that we're supposed to kill. So we're going to head up these stairs. Someone's already been through, it looks like. Yep. That's an Arcanist. Another Arcanist, or Arcanist. I think it's Arcanist, though. And perhaps the other ogre is in this house, like the first one. Oh, and they are. I'm going to hit them with the Avenger's Shield. Do some more damage. Help out this Night Elf Druid. And we both get the quest item. I'm not sure if we can both pick up this box of research, though. And that's another change that Blizzard has instituted. It used to be if 2 people showed up to kill the same mob at the same time, what would happen was the first person to get the hit off on the mob is the only person who would get any of the loot from that mob. And the person who was next to show up would have to wait around for the mob to respawn, which just means it comes back to life after a while, so that other people can kill him, obviously. And it was really annoying. So what they did was, anybody who's in the room, anybody who's in the area, you know, they can loot the mob. I'm not sure if they have to get some hits off and kind of earn it, or if instead anybody who's around can loot the body and get the quest item if they need it. I just don't know. So we're going to head on back. What's that question mark? Tuning over. Oh, there's one more thing we have to do. So heading back up the stairs to the removing the paper trail step of this quest. Looks like we want to go up these stairs as well. I know there's a rare spawn. There are a lot of those in this expansion. But I'm just going to keep heading up past this druid who has some really creepy wings on. Unless... is it still up these stairs? Maybe we have to go back around. Nope, these are just random ogres. I don't have anything to do with that. I wonder if the next one I have to find is underground or something. That can be a trouble with the map, is they don't show you everything being on top of... oh, there it is. Ah, there she is, Rangari, on top of the ground. Sometimes they're under the ground, so... good job thinking on your feet. The less research these ogres do, the better. And these orders would be really useful in piecing the whole thing together. Glad you're here. I almost got killed up there at the top. What are those papers? This is much worse than I imagined. The ogres have been using ancient Titan artifacts to empower a small cadre of specialized units called the Breakers. This Magister Reglak is here studying ways to improve the process. Let's put a stop to it. So if I do this quest, I'll get the Mighty Gorian Cleaver, which is a 1% upgrade to Paladin tank spec. I will consider that. Another quest, removing the reinforcements, which means destroy the portal, which we saw at the top of these stairs. So let's do that. Heading up the stairs. Trying to decide if this portal's over here. The darker blue spot on the map is an indication that there's something I need to do. Ah! The big boss. So we're going to come in and help the druid again, because, once again, there's no reason for me not to help him. Whereas previously, there was definitely a reason not to help, because if they died by the mob, and only one person could get the mob, then I would get it, instead of the person who was there first. But, in the spirit of cooperation and the new rules, I will assist. It was a quick kill, and then Grand Magister Reglak comes in, and disappears before I can get any hits off, so that's kind of frustrating. We'll hop back on the horse, see if there's anything else we need to do here. Yep, that's the portal to Heimal I need to get rid of. Well, there used to be some ogres guarding this, but I think the druid took them out for me, and they haven't quite respawned yet. Yep, portal destroyed. That was a really difficult quest. Heading back down the stairs. I wonder if the Rangari is there. She still wants me to kill ogres. Alright, we'll take some time to kill some ogres. Come here, ogre. Come here, ogre. I'm just riding through, picking up as many ogres as we can. More ogres, more ogres. And the trick is to get the casters to get close enough to where my area of effect attacks can get them all. What they often enjoy doing is sitting back from afar and sniping me like this. Ooh, I'm taking a lot of damage here, so we need to silence them. Get them all up into the same place. Do some more damage, just kill them one by one. Hope my health doesn't go down too quickly in the process. Ooh, got another one down. There's still that one sniping me from behind though, that's not good. That one's down, and I think this is the last one. I sincerely hope it is, as my health drops down below 25%. And good. Whew! It's another reason I like playing Paladin, is if you do it right, sometimes it gets a little hairy. Portal to Overwatch entrance. I don't know if I was supposed to click on that, but I did, and now I'm going to the Overwatch entrance, apparently. And here I am. Is this where I want to be? Oh, this is just the front door. Okay. Well, that's easy enough. Okay, let's heal up a little bit and kill some ogres and see what the next step on this quest is. Interesting thing about Warcraft, to me anyway, is that it's not so much about line of sight for these ogres, or for any of the mobs really. For example, if I walk up to this guy, he can see me out of the corner of his eye, but because I'm not close enough to be within range where he thinks I'm worth attacking, he won't even come near me. So you have to get right up close to him to force them to come towards you. Yell at that guy to come nearer. Oh, that guy's shooting me? He is. What a jerk. Okay, so we got 4 of them here anyway, that's pretty good. And these guys are all melee. You'll notice there aren't any casters in this group, no mages. So it's harder for them to stand away and just shell me from a distance, which is definitely what they want to do. Oh boy, my health is taking some serious hits here. So what I'm going to do is use some of my cooldown abilities, which are abilities you can only use once in a while, but they're very powerful and they're useful in situations like this, where I'm really worried about dying after I talked up a big game about how good paladins are. Oh good. And I survived. So, good for me, I guess. I'm cutting it really close. It'd be pretty embarrassing if I were to die in one of these videos, which I suppose will happen because it does happen from time to time, but I'm going to try to avoid doing it on one of my first 2 Warcraft uploads ever. Heal, heal, heal. Get back on the horse. Find a couple more ogres, that's all I need. Let's drag these guys over to these guys. I don't remember exactly how many I need, but this should be enough. Throw down the consecrate, make the ground all glowy. Start hitting them, get this shield up. It's called a sacred shield. It absorbs damage before it hits me. There's a limit to it. It's not invincible, obviously, but it is good enough. So one orc down. A couple more to go. They're all at pretty low health, just like I am. These orcs hit harder than I thought. I think I'll be okay as long as I keep the sacred shield going and hit them with the hammer of wrath as much as I can and the shield of righteousness. Oh, they died at the same time. Synchronized death, and I got 15 out of 15 on my ogre slain, so good for me. Gonna heal up a little bit, which is not fun to watch, I know, but it's important to make sure that I don't die later on. And good enough. Let's get back on the horse, check our map. Go turn in the quest. Way back up at the top, which means I think I should be able to take the portal that I got down here, or that got me down here, and there it is. So, portal to Overwatch Summit. Ding! We're here. And where's the turn-in? Oh, the question mark shows me the turn-in. Oh, right, back down these stairs. I guess she's still hiding out here. So let's actually find the entrance to the stairs instead of jumping off a cliff, which isn't as fun. And there she is.
Good fortune.
Perfect. They will have to concentrate more on base defense now. Hopefully their things will get back to normal out there. And quest complete. And I think that'll be the end of this video. So thanks for watching me destroy a bunch of ogres and almost die a couple times. I hope it was entertaining. Hit that like button if you liked what you saw. Subscribe to the channel if you enjoy these casts. I'm planning on doing them for the foreseeable future. So if you want to join along, also you can like me on Facebook at facebook.com/FalconPaladin. Again, hope you had a good time, and we'll see you next time. Thanks.